Here we are again. Welcome back. I've had several clients lately. First of all, I want to say I'm wearing my alma mater t-shirt, and I almost wore my elementary school alma mater t-shirt, which I still have, which I'll wear in the next video. It's old, guys, gals, everybody. Okay. A lot of clients coming to me talking about pain, especially in the low back, in the hip area and the groin. People talking about old injuries that are flaring up. So what I want to address is things that are habituation patterns, right? Most of us, 90+% of us, far greater than that, don't quote me, are either right-handed or left-handed. Very few people are totally ambidextrous. I've never met one in my life. So what that means is that you start to do things over and over in the same way. And when we drive a car, we have our one leg doing one thing, one arm doing one thing, okay? Everything that we do, washing dishes, putting stuff away in a certain cabinet, reaching down into the refrigerator for a certain thing, we develop these habituations. And for the body, if we are not balancing, oh, I'm very right side dominant with activities on the left side, then things can get a little funky. So what I notice a lot of times with clients who have recurring injuries is that there is a habituation pattern that hasn't been addressed. And a big part of recognizing patterns in the body is, folks, I love you, slowing down. So today's segment is going to be slowing down with Kasey. So take these 15 minutes for yourself and just allow. If you're super irritated by how slow we're going, I still love you. I have been through fast classes, slow classes, and every speed in between. I have been super agitated at points when it's like, ah. And what that means is that the mind has stuff to let go of so that the body can slow down. When the body slows down, that's when we can heal, because we can recognize things that we're not skipping over all of the time. So, I am going to use, I've already used an oil called Dreamcatcher. It's a blend of many things. You can look it up if you want, or ask me for more information. And then I'm going to invite you to use lemon if you have it. This is distilled from lemon rind. Lots of lemons go into this one little 5 milliliter bottle, but lemon is very uplifting. And when people have injuries, it can often lead to disappointment, anger, sadness, etc., etc. Obviously, when we're in pain, need I say more? Okay, so inhale your lemon oil if you have it. Just inviting in a sense of relaxation, inviting in a sense of reinvigoration, inviting in a sense of allowing the body to be and not worrying about what we're doing, why we're doing it, what we're not doing, and why we're not doing it. So inhale again, with or without your oil, beginning to slow down the breath and tune into the interior of yourself. And exhaling, arms come down to the side. I have my feet tips with distance. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the side. This time, we're gonna inhale our arms up and look up. I'm making a V with my arms. My ribs are cinched in, okay? I'm not pushing way back. Cinched in, spine is long. So even though I'm looking up, I'm not cranking my cervical neck, my cervical spine, okay? I'm elongating, so I'm rooting down through my feet as much as I'm reaching up through my fingertips. And you're breathing. Inhale here. Exhale, keep everything here. Reaching up. Inhale again. Keep your arms here. Exhale. Where do you feel movement in the body? Inhale. And then exhale. Just bring your hands together and bring them down through the midline of the body. Your eyes can be closed and you can open them when you get to the top or when you get to the bottom. Roll the arms. Feel anything that wants to move, allow it to move. Maybe you want to really bend your left foot. Bend your left foot. Maybe you want to do a head roll. We're going to get to that in a second. But I invite you, if your body is asking for something, listen to it. There are so many times in the day for most of us when we are sitting and doing something or doing, again, this habituation, these habituated patterns over and over. Now is the time to let your body be. Step a little bit wider and just swing and turn. And if you don't want to swing and turn and you just want to sit down in a chair and you want to watch this whole video, be my guest. Swinging slowly. My feet are grounded. I'm just letting the arms go where they go. And I just got an adjustment in my pelvis. Some of you might have heard that. So stuff in the body can get sticky, just like stuff going down the drain in plumbing, right? You have to help usher things through and move things through and invite things to open. So the body is no different. Let's roll over onto the tops of our feet, one at a time, any amount. If this hurts, go less, pull back. Switch to the other side. And where's your breath? And let's do that again, tops of the feet. On this inhale, as opposed to breathing up towards the ceiling, I'm inviting you to breathe out and back and in front of you. And if that seems like, what is she talking about? That doesn't make sense. Just set the intention to, instead of breathing up into our chest, I want you to keep your shoulders down and I want you to breathe wide to the side and to the back. Okay? Awesome. I think you're awesome. We're going to stretch our front of the body and we're going to stretch the back of the body. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me. And my feet are hips width distance. And I want to reach my arms up. And then I'm going to push my pelvis slightly forward. So I'm stretching the front side of my body. If we're driving, we're at a computer, we're reading a book, we're riding a bicycle, because our eyeballs are in the front, and so are many of our senses. We're very a front-facing culture, and we need to do that opposition so that we can maintain our flexibility and our health and our wellness. So we're going to stretch back, okay? Slight bend in the knees to protect your low back, and you're not going to crank, okay? You're going to keep your spine tucked under and long. So I'm driving my tailbone back as I go over. You're not going to look the same as I look. I'm not going to look the same as you look. Only go as far as you are comfortable with, okay? Arms up, inhale. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, slightly lean back. Okay, my chin stays down. I don't let my head go back. Again, I'm keeping my spine long. Okay? Shaking is normal. I'm shaking. Inhaling, stretching up, elongate, and exhale, come back up, and then just let the arms cascade down to the side. Okay? Crazy what that little amount of stretch can feel like, right? Did it feel intense for anybody else? And I'm not even going to my edge. Okay, we're going to do that stretch again. Remember, I'm not just going like this, not at all, okay? Slight bend in the knee. I'm tucked under with my pelvis. That means my low back is engaged. My abs are engaged. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Looking up at the ceiling. And then begin to stretch back. See if you can go a little bit further this time, but not sacrificing your own health. No injuries here. And coming up and letting the arms come down to the sides and shake it out. Shake out the legs. Let the arms move as they wish. Okay. Ooh, just move. Maybe that was a lot on your low back. If it is, just put your hands there, bend over slightly, and shake your tail side to side. And then stand back up. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more front of the body stretch because so many of us spend so many of our hours curling in on ourselves. We want to open back up on ourselves. So just come down and put your hands, I call these Lego hands. You're gripping just above the knee on your quads. And you'll see my shoulders go way up into my ears. This is what we want. My arms are straight. Okay? For some people that's super difficult. So go in the direction of straight. Okay? And breathe here. If you're lucky, you might get an adjustment in your spine if you need it. I don't mean if you're lucky. I mean if you need it. And your body, you're giving your body the right conditions under which to release tension and release funky. Okay, so we're gonna stretch the quads. If you wanna use a wall for balance, go ahead and lean up against a wall. If you need a towel to wrap on the top of your foot so you can reach your foot, go ahead and get that. And bend your knee, reach back for your foot. The knee is not way out to the side. You're moving in the direction of the other knee. Okay? Feeling that stretch in this hip flexor. This is very engaged, I promise you. If you press on it, it will feel like cable. Like cables, cords. Breathing, and then just soften the shoulder a little bit and disengage the gluteus on this side if you can. So now I'm in a relaxed place and I'm breathing. If you fall out, get back in. This is good work. See if you can raise your vision, raise your eyes, your sight line. Okay, see if you can raise it again. This challenges your balance. And try not to compromise your torso. So you're staying engaged. That helps your balance. And then let that go. And then we're going to do the other side. Make sure you're breathing. Breathe in that oil if you have it. Okay, oil. Lemon oil, by the way, is one of the best oils that I have ever found, best products I've ever found to take off tar and sticky things and goop and residual whatever. Like I was at the beach and I came home with tar on my foot and I didn't notice, of course, until I bent down and went, oh, I've got tar on my foot. And I just took a cotton swab and I put some lemon oil, just 100% therapeutic grade lemon essential oil. And I scrubbed it away and it went away and I didn't have to use any toxic chemicals and it didn't smell. It actually smelled really good. Anyway. Okay, other side. You'll notice too, your two sides are not identical. You have two legs, likely, maybe not, but like we're not little machinery, right? We develop in the way that we develop, and it's super important to honor that, whatever that is. Because when you honor where you are, you can then move past it. Okay, so stretching that quad, and you're pulling and you're engaged, right? Again, check in. Yep, feels like a cord, like a cable. And you know, you might even feel the stretch up into your neck. Not sure. You can raise your vision a little bit, your sight line. And then on your next exhale, take a nice big inhale. On your next exhale, soften everything. So relax the arm, extending that arm. Disengage that glute muscle. If you fall out, come back in. Where are my words today? Jeez, I just ate lunch too. Okay. Raise your sight line, raise it again. And you might notice the difference between your two sides. And then come down. So for me, that second side was not quite as stable as the first side, okay? Okay, stretching the back of the body. Oh, I wanna say right now that the last 2.5 minutes, we are going to sit in stillness. You're welcome to stand in stillness. You're welcome to lie down in stillness, but it's going to be quiet, and I'm going to invite you to go inward. Very short meditation, allowing the body to reassemble and readjust. You will know that it's the end when I bang the drum that I made. That's a nice drum. I'll bang it 3 times, and you'll know, okay, that's my timer. All right. We're going to now stretch the back of the body. We're going to do a roll down. So we often do this, but we go quickly, right? You're like, oh, I got to just reach my hands for my toes. Today's roll down is going to be very deliberate and very slow, and I want you to take at least 6 complete breath cycles to get down there. So you're going to pause when you feel tension. You're going to inhale into the spot where you feel tension. And on the exhale, you're going to invite the body to continue down, traveling towards the ground. But there is no rush. And again, how many breath cycles? 6 total. Okay, inhaling here at the top. And then exhale. Begin by chin to chest. Nothing else needs to move right now. Maybe your cervical is where it's super tight. Maybe you're going to stay here for 3 breath cycles. Find your own pacing with this. And remember that we're inviting the spine to elongate. We're inviting each individual vertebra to expand to its place, its natural place. So we don't have one long bone in our spine. We have a lot. 7, 12, 5. How many does that total? A lot. Okay, that was 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, and 5 lumbar. Meaning there is padding and cushioning and tissue and fascia and fluid in between each of those bones. So each of the bones, each of the segments we are inviting to expand and elongate. Okay? You're only on about breath cycle number 4 or 5 here. You're breathing very slowly. Okay? If you're on breath cycle number 12, slow down your breath. Nothing wrong with that, just notice it. Inhaling. And you might feel like, you'll feel a stretch all the way up the legs and through the entire back. Let your head dangle at the bottom. So let it hang, make sure it's loose. You're gonna shake your head no, softly and slowly, yes. Yes, you're gonna do it softly and slowly. And then we're gonna just stay here, interlace the fingers behind your back, notice which thumb is on top, and then begin to straighten the arms. I have a slight bend in my knees. As flexible as I am, I'm still slightly bending my knees here for added stability. And just let your arms straighten and fall wherever they may go. You can turn your palms face out, see if you get any adjustment in the hands. And then bring your arms up towards the ceiling, cross the thumbs so you're putting the other thumb on top. Inhale, stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, allow that arm
a shape to just fall towards the ground any amount. And you might look like this. You're like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is my, great, that's where you're at. That's okay. That's where you need to be. All right? And then bring the arms back up to the ceiling. Unclasp the hands, let the arms fall down. Straighten the legs. Bring your hands either to your shins or keep them on the floor. And you're just inhaling and looking up at, the wall a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Folding back over. Great. Now bend the knees slightly. We're going to roll up and we're going to go slowly. So the arms are draping. Let them be like, I've talked about them being an elephant trunk, but I want them to be just like a rag doll. So the head is still down also. Check in with your head. A lot of us want to bring the head up, and that makes sense because as animals, we are trying to protect ourselves. But right now, hopefully you're safe. Okay? Slowly rolling up. Clothes are just combobulated. That's okay. Slowly, slowly, slowly. My chin is still touching my sternum. It's glued to my chest. And then lastly, you can let out a sigh. And you'll notice from doing that 5-minute roll down, my voice is deeper. I've opened up more of the internal landscape of my body. How do you feel? Okay. Now is when I'm going to invite you to sit down, lay down, lie down. I still can't quite keep those apart. And or stay standing. Get comfortable. You can sit in a rocking chair, you can sit on a stool, you can sit on a cushion. Get comfortable. What I mean by that is if you're in a position and you can't relax, find a pillow or find something so that you can soften into whatever position you're in. And I'm going to time us 2 minutes and begin. Just finding your breath, allowing your eyes to close. Allowing the breath to circulate through the entire body, all of the cells of the body. Inviting easefulness, inviting rest, inviting relaxation, inviting restoration. Feeling as much of the interior of your body as you can. What does that mean? Where do you feel the breath going? Where do you feel tension? What parts of your body are you noticing and what are you not noticing? We're at 1 minute. The last minute I'm going to give you in silence. Okay, thank you for joining. Your body thanks you. Catch
catch us next time. I will be wearing my elementary school graduation t-shirt. If that's not interesting enough, well, sorry. Lots of love. Thanks you.